everybody. Welcome. My name is Adrienne, and I'm going to give an easy flow class today in the same theme as my easy flow classes on Monday and Thursday at noon at AntwerpYoga. AntwerpYoga is presenting this class on their Facebook page. I salute my colleagues and fellow yogis from AntwerpYoga and all over the world. So I hope you can see me in this bright sunlight. I'm in my dining room yoga studio now. So welcome. This is an hour-long class, and I know that, and I've been experiencing it myself, when you're watching a class online in your own home, it's kind of easy to wander away from it. And some of you maybe are at work, salute you in the hospitals and elsewhere in our society that isn't inside their own house. You're out helping other people. So if you have a break now, I hope you can enjoy it. I would like to see if we can find our dedication to stay for an hour as we would in a normal class that we go into. So I'm imagining you all around me, and want to say that I miss you very much, and I hope that you're all healthy and well. That said, if you have some props, it might be helpful today. I'm sitting on a little blanket now. I have some blocks here. I have a belt, and I have a ribbon instead if I don't have a belt. I have some cushions. I took off my kitchen chairs, folded them up, and I do have my meditation cushions. Some of you already have these things. So find a comfortable seated position, and we're going to sit up as tall as possible without straining. You can come to Virasana on your knees, or you can sit in Sukhasana on your hips with your ankles crossed, and you can vary how wide you want to bring your ankles or how close together, as long as you find a comfortable place to sit for a few moments. Just roll your shoulders a few times over. Move your face around. Shake out your head and stick your tongue out. Don't we all want to do that? And slowly bring yourself into your body by closing your eyes, bringing your hands on your knees, and relaxing your chin a little bit downward so you can feel a bit of length in the back of the neck. And without changing anything or forcing anything, just gonna bring your focus inward toward yourself. Perhaps your focus has been very much outward lately toward helping other people, toward figuring out how to maneuver in society these days. And because we are all moving inward into our own houses, I think we're discovering we can be just as distracted inside the house as outside. So give yourself a moment to find yourself coming into this moment here and now. Watching the breath without changing it. Seeing where it moves into the body. Feeling how your body is feeling today. Perhaps the lack of sleep, worrying, or maybe the calm of resting finally, taking a bit of time off, has made an effect on your body. So become a witness to that. I'd like you to place one hand over your heart, find your heartbeat. Listen to the rhythm of your heartbeat. feel it pulsing into your hand. And then bring one hand over your belly. Then you can take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. It's at your own time. And then gently close your mouth. Breathe in and out through your nose, relaxing your jaw, separating your upper teeth from lower teeth, letting your tongue relax in the mouth. And then watching again where the breath is moving in through your nostrils, into the back of your throat. Feeling the breath rise in your upper chest. Fill up your rib cage. And let the breath fill up your belly with air. So you watch as the breath moves in and out slowly, taking the time to follow the breath. Then you can bow your head forward, drawing chin to chest, bringing your weight a little bit more forward, perhaps relaxing your knees. And if you would like to set an intention for your class, you can go ahead and do that now. Perhaps sending energy to yourself, focusing on a certain part of your practice. Or if you're new to the practice, maybe making a promise to yourself to take it easy in easy flow. If you're injured or you're tired as well. Or perhaps you want to send energy out to someone else who needs it. And slowly, slowly, as you breathe in, really fill up your belly, and as you exhale, draw your navel back toward your spine without pushing your hand. You can do that a few times. And then slowly, slowly, bringing your head back into the center, relaxing your hands onto your knees and sitting up tall. We open the eyes. Hi. You can take your hands behind you and round your lower back. Shake out your legs in front of you. And then slowly come back up onto hands. You can bend your knees a little and round your lower back. And exhale out. And inhale, come forward. And exhale, come back. And from the side, it looks a bit like this. Exhaling. And inhaling, coming up. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. And then we're going to slowly stretch out the legs again. If you're up on a blanket, you're going to take another blanket, a towel, or a cushion, bring it underneath your left knee. You're going to cross your right knee over your left. Let's see where I can find the right leg. And then you can take your blocks and bring them to the sides of your hip. We're sitting in half shoelace pose, sitting up tall, fingertips onto your blocks, and I'm going to try to open the shoulders. We take a little stretch for the neck, but this is also for the right side of your hip. So you can draw your foot back as much as you want, or stretch it out if that doesn't feel good. So take your options, yeah? And we stand up, sit up tall in the middle. Yeah, we take an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to start to bring your left ear over toward the side where your right foot is. Yeah, so I know we're in mirroring Spiegelbild. and I hope it doesn't get confusing. So we're going to tilt toward where the front foot is. And you can leave your hands on your knees if you like. We're going to see if we can keep this sit bone down into the blanket or the floor. And we tilt the head sideways so that your nose is facing forward. We get a long stretch in the side of your neck. And then if you like to go a little deeper into the pose, try to keep this hip down. You can bring your left hand or elbow onto your block, and then rolling your right shoulder over, you can stretch right arm up toward the sky, and then bring right arm over your head, and let it just drape over your head. So we're going to try not to let the head fall forward. We're going to keep drawing the ear toward the shoulder, dropping the top shoulder down, and you can even rest your hand on your head. Your elbow opening up toward the ceiling. Yeah, I'm going to see if you can open the front of your armpit. This is a nice wake-up call for the gallbladder meridian, your galblaas in Flemish. I realize there are lots of people watching in different languages who speak different languages today. I'm going to limit myself to Flanglish, as usual. And if this gets too much for you, you can bring your top arm down again and just leave it by the side or bring it to your top knee. And then it seemed that my head came down when I did that. Oops, big cracking. And then slowly we're going to draw the chin into the chest. So you're going to look over your right foot. Then take a few moments of breath here. This is waking up the diagonal along the back. So also urinary bladder meridians. And then you can slowly come back into the center, sitting equally on both sides of your hips, and relax your head forward, chin into your chest, elbows relaxed, and we take a bit of a forward bend. So we're very balanced on both sides of the hips. The head is down, chin relaxed into the chest, shoulders relaxed, and breathing slowly, seeing if we can find some equilibrium in the breath. Maybe even breathing a little longer out your exhale. You can take a little sigh anytime you want. You can make as much noise as you want. Unfortunately, I don't hear it. And then you come up slowly, roll your shoulders a few times. Feel the difference between the right and left side of the neck. Take your hands behind you, sink back, shake out your legs, and around your lower back, and come up again. So we take a little rebound from that, shaking out the legs, sitting up, and then lift shoulders way up to the ears. Slowly roll your shoulders back, and you can do that a few times. And then we're going to look over right and left shoulder, gently, gently. And then coming back into center, you can bring that cushion under your right knee. Fold your left knee over your right. We do the same thing on the other side. If you want, you can start with both hands on your left knee. Sit up tall, deep breath in. And exhaling, moving right ear toward right shoulder, toward the side where your left foot is. So you're really feeling this nice stretch all the way through side body. The side body is kind of a forgotten place sometimes. It's really important to feel ourselves 360 degrees around. Front body, back body, side body. Then there's inner body, outer body. Wow. If you like, you can bring your right elbow to the block, stretch left arm above your head. You go a little deeper into the pose. And let your ear come down to your shoulder again. Let go of your feet. Keep your breath going. So you can always close your eyes, Feel the movement inside you. Movement of your breath, changing your body 1 millisecond at a time, one breath at a time. The body lets go. Moving your myofascial tissues, connective tissues, bindweefsel. When that gets a lot, you bring your top arm down. And then slowly draw chin into your chest so you're looking over left foot. If you want to balance, feels better, bring your hands on your knee. Take a few breaths here, feeling this diagonal long side of the neck. And then slowly, slowly coming back to center again. Rounding lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders soft. Relaxing, coming forward. You might feel this in the back of your hips as well. If you have issues with your lower back, please don't come down too far. You can even move your head a little bit around and then let it drop. Take a few more breaths. Exhaling out, and as you inhale, slowly, slowly roll up through your spine and shake out your legs. Sitting back, we're going to come down to the floor. So I have a lot of mats here so I can change my angle to make this a little more clear. You can take your blanket, bring it underneath the back of your head if it's not too high. You're going to slowly come down, as she goes down. So we're going to bring the feet on the floor. We're going to press into the balls of the feet and lift into the heels, and then stretch into the balls of the feet. Stretch out your toes, come up again. And an easy flow class at Antwerp Yoga wouldn't be the same if we didn't do this exercise. So pressing the balls of your feet into the floor, you bring your big toe down, you lift it up. You bring your pinky toe down, you lift it up. You bring your big toe and pinky toes into the floor, keeping the other 3 toes up in the air. You can look at your toes, see if they're listening to you. And this will strengthen the arch of your foot. We're going to open the shoulders, and now lift all the toes, flex your heels, and then slowly, slowly roll down through your spine, come down to the floor. Draw knees into your chest, hug your knees. You want to take your knees out a little bit to the side, you can. Just take a few breaths here, rounding the hips. And then slowly circling the legs out to either side, keeping your feet relaxed. And seeing if you can spread your shoulder blades out on the floor. And then slowly going the other way. All while you're breathing. Yes? That's what we're going to keep doing. All of us. Breathing. Good. And then you come back into center. You're going to rock very slowly your knees in. So you're trying not to come to an arch in the lower back, but you're going back and forth. You exhale as you draw your knees in, and inhale as you draw your knees away, keeping lower back on the floor, stretching your arms without lifting the shoulders if you can. And then slowly, slowly we bring the feet down to the floor. You're going to take one of the blocks or your book. You're going to lift your hips up in the air. Lift your hips onto the block. Wiggle out your hips a little bit from side to side. And we're going to take a little arch in the lower back. So I'm going to bring my hands out to the side so maybe you can see this. Then we're going to round the lower back. So just a little tiny arch uncomfortable on your block, and make sure it's under your hips. And then you can come off your block and do this. Yeah, I'm just doing this so you can see it a bit higher. Also, it feels kind of nice to be a little lifted off the floor. So I'm curling my tailbone under and exhaling, and I'm inhaling and arching back. So cat-cow on the floor. And if you want to stretch your arms above your head, you can do that. Or if you feel more secure bringing hands by your side, you can do that. You know, walk your feet in a little closer, so you touch your heels with middle finger, and then lift your hips up in the air. Just a very gentle half bridge. Take the block in between your thighs, roll yourself down to the floor. I'm going to draw the knees into the chest. I'm going to stretch the legs toward the ceiling and flex the heels. We're going to draw the inner thighs toward each other as you exhale. The lower back is on the floor. We're going to inhale and let go. And exhale and flex and draw your inner thighs together. And inhale and let go. And exhale. And inhale, let go. When you exhale, see if you can engage your abdominal muscles, drawing them down, belly button down to the floor. And let go. And exhale. And inhale, let go. Last time, exhale. Inhale, let go. And then start to bend your knees a little bit, circle your ankles in many directions. So we have a lot of time on our hands, or so we think. Finally, it feels like there's millions of things to do anyway. So we're going to multitask by bringing our hands up in the air and circling your wrists around. It's a beautiful day. It's blue sky. I have a glass roof above my head, and it's gorgeous out. Next time, class in the garden. Okay. I hope you all are getting some outside time somehow, somewhere. Besides the 8 o'clock at night, shout out to all the Zorg verleners all over the world. And shake out your hips again. We're going to draw right knee into the chest, bring hands under your right thigh, and stretch the left leg out on the floor. You can circle your knee around again. And then circle the other way. All the time breathing, we're giving a little massage to the kidneys and the lower back. And when you draw your leg in, you're massaging your stomach, your intestines. The stomach's a little deep, but... And then we come back into the center and you stretch the right leg out, shake it out again. And switch to the other side, left knee into the chest, opening shoulders, moving the knee around, and going the other way. And stretching left leg into the air. And shaking it out. And slowly, slowly bringing both legs down to the floor, stretching both arms, reaching away from your heart with your hands and your feet. And then drawing both knees into your chest, open your legs out to the side, flex your heels, stretching, little happy baby. You try to keep the lower back on the floor. So bend your knees. We try to keep the hips above the hip joint so we don't have the tendency to arch the lower back here. And then we're going to come into the center and open your thighs from the hip socket. So right up here, you're going to turn your femur bone in the hip socket. So the knees are pointing outward, flexing the heels. We take a few breaths here, opening your shoulders. And I know that some of you can reach your fingers to your toes, but take it easy. If that feels much better to you, then go ahead and do it, yeah? But it's okay. We're giving ourselves a little leeway, a little free space lately, because we need it in our heads. Then we take one more breath, and we're going to draw your heels together and bring both feet down to the floor.
We stretch right leg toward the floor. You can keep your hands by your sides or open. You're going to stretch and make a circle with your right leg. And this is an abdominal muscle, actually. I shouted out to one of my fellow teachers, actually a few of them. It's really nice how much we're learning from each other by watching all these online classes. Trying not to borrow too much, but yeah, we all have a lot of things in common. Interesting to see how the tradition of yoga and yoga exercise gets passed down. I reversed my circle, by the way, I hope you do too. And then bring your right foot down, stretch your left leg. And you can make these really small if you want to start off really small and then let them get bigger. So we're opening up the hip joint here, trying to keep the standing hip, let's say, very stable on the floor, lower back stable on the floor, and the torso and just the leg moving freely. Which shows you that if you have a stability and strength in your core, then you can move your arms and legs a lot more freely. Good. And then we bring both knees down into the chest, wiggle out your hips. We're going to take the fingertips around your ears as if you're wearing headphones, telephones. Take a deep breath in. When you exhale, draw belly down into the floor, draw right knee into the chest. You exhale, bring left elbow to outside of right knee, so you're twisting to the opposite side. You stretch your right leg toward the ceiling. Try not to lift the hips up, but draw them down. And stretch the left leg parallel to the floor and off the floor. You bring both hands into prayer on the side of your right thigh. Yeah, and we take a few breaths here, drawing the belly button down toward the floor, breathing. If your neck hurts, move your head from side to side. And then bring your hands into prayer, knees into your chest, and we bring the feet back down on the floor. Yeah? So again, you can bring the left knee into your chest. Take a deep breath in. You exhale, you're going to come up, bringing right elbow on the outside of the left thigh, stretching left thigh out, stretching right, and then stretching arms to the side of your left leg, and drawing belly down toward the floor. And you take a few breaths here. So our hands are in prayer. We're praying for ourselves, for everyone else around us, that we can live through these abdominal muscle exercises. And then slowly come down, and on your own time you can repeat that as much as you like. I'm going to rock myself up to sitting. You can also roll to the right side, and we come up to sitting now. Good. So we're back up into a sitting position. We roll the shoulders a few times. You're going to bring your arms out to the side. Bring your fingertips again around your ears. Yeah, so elbows are out to the side. You're going to exhale and round your spine. Draw your elbows in front of you, and inhale, open your elbows out to the side. Exhale and round your lower back, middle back. Inhale and lengthen. And from the side, that looks like this. We exhale and round the lower back, middle back, upper back, sitting on our sitting bones back. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale and round. And inhale and lengthen. And exhale and round. And inhale and lengthen. And you can do this quite a lot. And then we come back into the center. We're going to round in the center. You don't have to move around. Yeah, I'm just moving to show you. We're going to slowly twist toward the right side. We're going to take a breath here. Release your hands down. So your left hand is on the outside of right knee and right arm is behind you. You're going to twist a little deeper. Look over your shoulder. Take a deep breath in, shoulders soft. And then slowly look over your left shoulder. Lift your arms up toward the ceiling. Bring your hands behind around your ears again. Try not to pull in your neck, yeah? So you can make your neck a little longer here, but try not to push on it, yeah? So deep breath in, opening the elbows, exhaling, twisting toward the left. And then you can stretch out your arms, left hand outside of right knee, right hand outside of left knee, excuse me, and come back over your left shoulder. And then slowly, slowly turn your head, look over the right shoulder. And then lift both arms, come back to center. Good, open both arms out to the side, round your lower back, take your knees over to the side. And if you like, you can take a blanket under your knees now. So we're going to take the 2 blocks if you want. You can take the 2 blocks, come to the top of the mat, stretch out your legs. Adjust your clothing. Let's see if I can find a place where I'm in the light. Natural lighting. Good. So, if you have hyperextended elbows like I do, you want to draw the fleshy parts inward and the pointy parts out. Thank you, Tona. And you're going to see if you can bring your shoulders over your wrists, or maybe you walk your hands a little bit far forward, or you take your hands a little bit out if you have wrist issues. See what feels the best for you. And knees under the hips, and we take a few cat-cows. So rounding the lower back, middle back, upper back, and sinking the chin into the chest. Inhaling and lengthening through the spine. And we lead with the crown of the head, rounding. And inhaling, lengthening. And exhaling, rounding. And inhaling, lengthening. Then we start to move the hips to the right, look over your right shoulder, move the hips to the left, look over your left shoulder. I always think it's like making a little smile, shake with your pelvis, and then start to make a little circle with your pelvis. And you can let that little circle move into your middle back and your upper back to your neck. And we're breathing. Good. And then slowly, slowly, we come back into the center. We're going to tuck all the toes under, press back into the balls of the feet. Really walk your balls of the feet into the floor, pressing back. And then take the hands onto the thighs and sit up tall. See if you can engage your pinky toe under as well, tucking it under. Bring hands to the belly, take a deep breath in. Draw belly button back. 2 more times. Then rolling shoulders over, lift arms, look up. And we're still in Ouch Asana, otherwise known as toe magic. Hands in front of the heart, so we really find a connection between your thumb and your breastplate. You draw your ribs a little bit back. We take 1 more breath. And then we press the hands forward, drawing the shoulder blades off the back. We roll the shoulder blades down the back, bring your hands back onto your blocks. Shake out your legs behind you, and again behind you. And we're going to slowly, slowly tuck all the toes under, lift the hips up and back, and come to a little down dog. And we're going to take the blanket away now. We're going to bend the knees, pedaling the feet slowly back and forth from side to side. And then slowly bringing ourselves back to a down dog. Maybe your heels are on the floor, maybe they're further back off the floor. Make sure you're not somehow so far divided that it really is hard to be in this position. So you might want to try to experiment now that you have the time to practice on your own. Where is your down dog? Where do you define it for the day? It can change from minute to minute according to how far away your hands and your feet are. You can try to roll the shoulders over a few times here. And always, you can always bend your knees. Yeah, always, you can always bend your knees. Good. And then slowly, slowly, we're going to roll up onto the balls of the feet and step the right foot forward. Yeah, so that brings the weight a bit forward. Yeah, and I'm going to step the left foot forward. So your feet are in between the blocks. And we're going to take the two blocks and stack them up one on top of the other. I'm going to move a little further back so you can see that. So again, if you don't have two blocks, you take two books. If you don't need that, it's okay. But I like to have your hands in front of you. Inhale and lengthen your spine and open your chest. If you don't have two blocks, you can also bring your hands to your shins. And exhale and relax your head down, chin into your chest, and inhale and lift up. And exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up. Open the shoulders, draw your navel in. Exhale, come down. Round your lower back, middle back, upper back. Inhale. And exhale. Now think about your tailbone and your sitting bones reaching back to the wall behind you. And take a few breaths here, playing with where your weight is, forward and back. Now press the balls of the feet into the floor, lift your toes off the floor. You can play that game again, bringing big toe down, big toe, pinky toe, other three in the air. Weight over your toes and then spread out your toes. And take another breath. I'm going to lift up on the fingertips, come up a little bit higher, so if your hands are on your legs, you can walk your hands up a little higher. And then slowly, you're going to bend the knees again, hands on the blocks, and relax your head down. And then you can take the blocks to the side. Take your hands behind your back and hold on to opposite elbows with your hands. And slowly become aware of how you're rolling up through the spine, coming back into standing position and opening your shoulders. Good. So in standing position, we're going to shake out now. Move your hands, move your feet around, roll your shoulders. Yeah. And then we come to the top of the mat and take a very gentle sun salutation. It's here already. Yeah? So you're going to inhale, lift your arms, look up. You're going to exhale, bring your elbows into your heart, bend your knees and melt over your legs. Melting down. Hands onto your shins. We inhale, come up halfway. You're going to exhale and bend your knees again. Fingertips to the sides of your feet. If you want to use your blocks, you can. Step your right leg back. We bring the right knee to the floor. We inhale, lift both arms up. I'm going to bring the fingertips around your ears again. As you exhale, you're going to draw elbows together in front of your heart. As you inhale, separate your elbows, lift your heart toward the ceiling. Exhale and rounding. Inhale and opening. Exhale and rounding. Inhale and opening. And exhale and rounding. We inhale, come back to a neutral spine, pressing into both feet. We exhale out and draw yourself over your back leg. Yeah, so you're not pushing into the front knee. We're going to inhale and exhale. We're going to twist away from the front leg. We're going to come back to center. Inhale and center, and exhale, twist toward the front leg. And come back to center. And then we stretch both arms up toward the ceiling. Bring your hands down either side of your front foot. Bring your knees together, come onto your hips, and come into child's pose, and take a few breaths in child's pose. But we're not going to stay there long. You can take these few breaths for a second. And then slowly feeling that lower back releasing, walk your hands forward. You're going to step your right foot in between your fingers and come up on your fingertips. Make sure right knee is over ankle and not in front of it. Yeah. And the back leg is knee under the hip. And then we slowly lift the arms. We come up in a half lunge. We bring fingertips to the sides of your ears. We draw the rib cage in a little bit. We inhale. Exhale, elbows in front of your heart, rounding your upper back. Inhale, lifting your heart toward the ceiling, looking up. Exhale and rounding. Inhale and lifting open. You're going to try not to draw your shoulders up when you do this. And lifting open, inhaling, exhaling, elbows toward each other, and inhaling, open. Good. We come back to the center with a neutral spine. Inhale and center. Good. We exhale and turn toward your front knee, making a closed twist. If you're pregnant, don't do this. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, come back to center. Stretch both arms toward the ceiling. Reach over your right foot. Then we tuck left toes under, stretch left leg out, bring right foot back, you come to downward facing dog, and wiggle out your hips from side to side. Moving your heels, you're doing the twist again like we did last summer. Yeah, remember? So, just a little twisting movement, moving hips from side to side, loosening up. You can shake out a little bit and then press back to your down dog. You're going to roll your shoulders, look toward your hands, and then draw your ears in the same line with your upper arms. Draw your belly in, pressing back. Maybe bend your knees a little bit, lifting hips up and back, downward facing dog. We take a deep breath in, exhaling out. We're going to step the left foot in between the hands. We're going to slowly walk to the side of your mat. Yeah, so big toes are together. I'm going to move my facing a little bit, but you're at the side of your mat. If you like, you can take a block underneath your hands. You're going to draw your big toes together, heels slightly apart. We inhale, come up on the fingertips. Yeah, Prasadita Padottanasana. We're going to bring hands down, bend your elbows. So whatever height you would like the block on. We're not coming into a headstand, so don't worry. Yeah, and then we're going to slowly, you can bend your right knee and look over your left shoulder. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bend left knee, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back into center. Exhale, we're going to try to keep both heels on the floor, all your toes on the floor, and stretching out your spine. Stretching your inner groins. You can do that a few more times. Exhaling as you bend the knee you're moving to. Inhaling as you straighten. Exhaling, bending your knee. Looking over opposite shoulder. And slowly coming back into center. You can heel toe your feet a little bit closer together. Inhale, come up on your fingertips, and exhale. Take your block back behind you, relax your head down. You're going to roll your shoulders a few times, and then bring hands to the hips. We inhale and lengthen through the spine, really press into your feet. Exhale, big lion's breath. Scared my neighbors. Inhale, we come up. I'm laughing at that, but it's not really funny. I do scare my neighbors. So stretch out your arms. You're going to move a little bit from side to side, a little bit of a swimming, swaying movement. And if you want, you can bring your feet a little closer together. Yeah, so just a little swaying movement, opening the arms, a little bit of swimming. All the pools are closed. Yeah. We can't jump into the skeleton. We would want to. And just take a breath in and open your shoulders. Good. And then we're going to bring your heels a little bit in and open your arms to the side. Toes out to the side. And many people know this is one of my favorite exercises. Yes, we're going to bend the knees. Bring the fingers together and lift your heart up toward, lift your breath up to your heart as you breathe in. Yeah? So that was a breathe in. We inhale. And we exhale, we're going to round lower back, middle back, upper back. Press your hands away from you and look down. Yeah, we're going to try to relax your shoulders. Now we inhale and press the hands up toward the ceiling. Really lift your shoulders, come up. Oh, and exhale, we come down to a firm standing position, yes? We inhale, lift the breath up into your heart. We exhale in round shape. Inhale and come up. Inhale. Lift your breath to your heart. Exhale, round your spine with your knees bent, arms in front of your body. Inhale, you stretch arms to the ceiling, stretch your legs, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, you press energy down. Apana. Inhale, pranic energy, lifting up. Exhale, rounding. Now I sound like a yoga teacher. Good. Inhale, lift up. And exhale down. Sorry for that yoga teacher voice. So inhale, lift up. Exhale and round. Inhale, come up. And exhale down. And then bring your hands to your hips. Bend your knees. And give yourself a little John Travolta action. Staying alive. Staying alive. Okay. Slowly, slowly. We're going to turn the right toes in a little bit and the left toes toward the top of the mat. You're going to open both arms out and bend your front knee. If you need to walk your toes a little forward so that your knee is above your ankle, you can see how wide you want to make your stand. So we're going to move back and forth, forward and back. You're still facing the side of your mat. I hope you can see your media now. And then we're going to roll shoulders over, bring palms up toward the ceiling, bring fingertips around your ears again. Cup telephones, headset. When we open the elbows out to the side, we inhale and stretch the front leg, which is now your front leg, and you bend the front knee. And inhale and stretch your front leg. So you're trying to line up both hips under both shoulders if you can. Maybe you bring your back leg out a little further out to the side, if that helps, yeah? So you can have a little more room for your hips. And we take one more of these, bending and really slowly bringing yourself into the middle of both legs, yeah? You're going to exhale out and draw your elbows together, and inhale and open, look up, and exhale, draw your elbows together. And inhale, open and look up. Exhale, elbows together. Inhale, open and look up. And exhale, very gentle with the neck. And inhale, open and look up. We slowly, slowly stretch the front leg. We take a deep breath in. We exhale, we're going to reach the elbow down to the front leg. And open your top elbow up towards the ceiling, which also opens your rib cage. So this side of your rib cage opening toward the ceiling, the top side of your ribs. And then we're going to stretch the bottom hand down toward the bottom leg, anywhere it falls. And we're going to try to keep the body very sideways in our Trikonasana. So if you feel like you're leaning forward, see if you can lift up a little higher. There's no need to go down that far, because it's this long side we want to feel from the side of your neck all the way through your spine, through the side body and your spine, and down to your feet. And we're slowly going to bend the knee, front knee, bring front forearm over front thigh, open your thighs, draw belly in, bring your fingertips to the right ear again. When you exhale, you're going to bring your right elbow down to your left elbow. And inhale, you're going to open your rib cage and look up toward the ceiling. And exhale, come down. And inhale, lift up. Look up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up. Look up. If your neck doesn't hurt, otherwise you can keep your head looking down. And then stretch your arm toward the ceiling, if you can, look up. And then slowly, slowly we bring ourselves back to Warrior 2. You can bring your hands in front of your heart to see if you feel that your torso is really in the middle, yeah? We slowly stretch the front leg, and we're going to bring it toes a little bit in, and we're going to change to the other side. So wiggle out your hips a little bit, see if you can feel your hips. And also, if the pelvis is falling back or tucking under, yeah, we want to bring the pelvis right in the middle. We're going to bend the front knee. You can have a look at it, see that the knee isn't rolling in, that it's over the middle of your ankle pretty much. You can also, if you can see this, walk your heel a little bit forward and bring your hands in front of your heart. So you take a breath here. You're going to stretch out your arms, open the shoulders, palms up. See if you reach a little forward, you reach a little back. You let your head go. And then come right into the center. We bring fingertips around the ears without pressing into the neck. You're going to inhale and stretch the legs slowly. Exhale and bend your knees slowly. We inhale and stretch the legs slowly. And exhale and bend the knees slowly. We inhale and stretch the legs slowly. Exhale and bend the knees slowly. Inhale and stretch. And exhale and bend. With the bent knee, we're going to exhale and draw elbows together. We inhale, lift your elbows, open the elbows, lift your heart toward the ceiling. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. Exhale and round. Inhale and come back to center. Slowly, slowly stretch your front leg. Take a deep breath in. And reach, reach, reach with a long, long spine. Your right elbow toward your right leg. Stretching your hand toward your leg wherever you reach. Again, try not to fall forward. And then slowly stretching left arm, top arm up toward the ceiling. Neck hurts, you look down, look at your toes, stretch them out. Neck doesn't hurt, see if you can look up toward the ceiling. Try not to drop your head forward or back. It's kind of hard to know sometimes where your head is. Where is your head? Do you sometimes hear your teacher's voice in your head when you're practicing? Where is your head? Where is your, open your thighs. So slowly we're going to bend the knee, bring the forearm onto the thigh. Yeah, we're going to bend the left elbow again. We're going to exhale out, draw left elbow to right. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. This time we inhale, we're going to stretch left arm toward the ceiling. We're going to reach all the way over to the right side. We're going to cross your hands. We come back to Prasarita position. And we're going to draw your big toes together again. Inhale, lift up, exhale. This time we're going to bend the knees and start to move your hips and flex your heels. So you're going to bring your toes off the floor and bring your feet a little closer together and a little closer together. And those of you who can sit in Malasana easily, you can come and sit in Malasana. If you find you would like to have something underneath your hips, you can bring 2 blocks, a lot of pillows, 2 books. You can get War and Peace, Tolstoy. Where's that? Dostoevsky. Tolstoy. Anyway, we're sitting up tall. We're coming to Navasana now. Yeah, we're sitting up really tall, spreading out your toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Relax your shoulders. You can bring your hands in front of your heart. You can walk your feet in as close as feels comfortable or take them as far out as you like. It's up to you, yeah? You're going to try to keep the torso long, bring the hands in front of the heart, and close the eyes for a second. I'm going to draw the chin down to the chest, relax your spine, relax the back of the neck. You stay here with your eyes closed while I go quiet my gong, because that is my 5-minute mark that our time is almost over. So slowly open your eyes. We're just going to take a little stretch before we come to lie down in Shavasana. You're going to stretch one arm down to the floor, stretch other arm up toward the ceiling, take a little twist, look up. If you like, you can bring that back arm behind your back, find your other hip joint,
Or you can make a bind if it feels good. If not, you stay where you are. And take another breath here. Slowly come back to center. And we go to the other side. Lifting up, looking up. And if you want, you take your arm behind you. Find that bind. Feels impossible, don't do it. Feels like it might work sometime. You can also use a belt to do that. And come back up. We draw the feet together. I'm going to lift up off the blocks. Take them to the side. You want a blanket under your head, you can. Before we finish class, you're going to take a belt. You're going to come lie down on your back, shake out your hips. And now that we're nice and warmed up, I'm just going to bring your right ball foot into the belt and stretch your right leg toward the ceiling. You can stretch your left leg out if you want. It's going to take a few breaths here. And relax your lower back into the floor. Try and keep your hips even on the floor. Then we're going to bend both knees. You turn out both thighs, stretch right leg out. Half happy baby. And then slowly come back. You can bring your right leg over your left, bring your left knee toward the right, so you're making a little crossover twist. If you don't have a belt, you can do this without a belt. You can take off your shirt. Okay, so slowly we stay here. If you want to stretch your other leg out on the floor, you can. Just want to feel the back of the leg lengthening. You can bend your knee always. So I hope you can take some moments out of this class. Bend both knees, turn out thighs, half happy baby. Take some moments of this class, maybe watch it again. Maybe come to class when the studio is open. Oh. So we're all hoping that things will get better. And now you can twist your left leg over your right. So I'm sure they will, as we all follow these regulations of keeping calm, keeping quiet, keeping at home, and keeping our yoga practice. Now, if you like, you can either come up to a half bridge on your own with a block in between your thighs, walking your feet into your hands the way we did before, lifting the hips, keeping the head in the center. Or if you're tired, you can take your block or 2 blocks and bring it underneath your hips. It's a little big, but it kind of feels nice. You can also stretch out legs. It's just a suggestion if you want. Stretch arms. And I'm sure normally we would stay a couple of breaths there, but we are going to run out of time soon. So let's come down to the floor. Draw knees into your chest, round your lower back after that nice arch. And roll around again. And then please bring yourself to the Shavasana that feels good to you. If you're in a cold room, take something warmer on. You can either keep your knees bent. If your lower back hurts, you can walk your feet out to the ends of the mat and draw your knees together in constructive rest position. Relax your arms by the sides, palms facing up. If your lower back is okay, stretch your right leg out and your left leg out. Wiggle out your hips. Take maybe a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. And then close the eyes and take a rest. So with your eyes closed, you're taking a rest and taking a moment on the floor. I would like to take this opportunity to find a bit of light, to thank you all for joining me today. It's really nice to have you in my dining room. If you are feeling very stressed out these days and it's getting out of control,
take a time for yourself to come into a room and breathe, yeah? And take some time for your yoga practice. And not only the physical practice of it, also the studying of Patanjali's sutras, of studying yamas and niyamas to help you figure out how you can move in this world the way it is right now. And maybe that will help us all go to an even better world when all this is finished, right? When the dolphins are swimming in the Venice Canal because there are no boats. When we can breathe easier in Antwerp because there are no planes and cars. So, namaste, Antwerp Yoga. Thank you very much for hosting this class today. I hope we can do some more, and that my other colleagues will also have time and availability to teach some more. Love you all and miss you all very much. Thanks.